bit about, maybe you can tell something about yourself, about where are you from, and about your hobbies.
Okay, so hi, I'm Ann. I'm a human resource manager in UppLabs. About myself, I'm talkative person, I'm open-minded person, and my hobbies, traveling and cooking. And I think I try to combine it. I like cooking because I like to eat. And that's why when I'm traveling, I try to taste new dishes, new food, and then try to cook it.
What are your favorite places?
I have been with my favorite country. This is Georgia. I really like, first of all, because of food.
Food?
Yeah. I was there 3 times, and every time I opened something new for me. And really, their culture, their traditions, and because they are so open people, for me, very close.
And what was your longest trip?
My longest trip was this year on Bali. I have been there for 3 weeks, and it was not only the longest trip, it was also my biggest challenge. I was alone there.
Tell about where did you study and why did you choose your major?
I have 2 educations. My first education is financial. I finished Kyiv National Economic University, and I have chosen this university because my favorite lesson in school was math, and I was sure that in economic department,
Yeah.
math will be there will be a lot of math, but I was wrong. But it was a great period of time. For me, I got not only knowledges there, but I got a lot of more personal qualities. I met a lot of great people. After university, I have a lot of friends, and I became more developed, not only like a specialist, but also after university like specialist, but also like a person. And my second education, I'm Bachelor of Law, because I have been working for 9 years in the law company, and I thought that it will be great to have second education connection with my work. But in one day I realized that it's not mine. And
So you worked as a lawyer?
No, I wasn't a lawyer. I started when I studying in first university. I was looking for a job, and I found job in this law company. I was a technical editor. It's like a little bit hard to explain what I was doing, but I worked with drawings to the environment. And I thought I met a lot of great people there, and I thought that law is interesting. My sister and her husband are lawyers, and I thought maybe it's mine. But then I realized that it's really not mine, and I started to looking for something new. And IT was very popular. I thought that it's great to find something in IT, and I started my career in IT as a sales in the sales department. And then after some time, I realized maybe HR is interesting. I started to read about this, and I realized that I really like this, and I still really like this. And in such a way, I came to my position.
But
So did you have some additional courses on
No,
HR?
no. I watched a lot of videos. I watched courses, video courses about researcher, about HR, but I didn't finish some. I didn't have some diploma or about like a researcher or like HR.
So UppLabs is your first HR experience.
Yeah, UppLabs is my first HR experience, and I really I said Vitaly that I want to try myself as HR. And the situation in the company that I had this possibility, and I started to do this. And I really realized that I like this, first of all, because I have now a lot of connections with people. For me, it's interesting. For me, it's, I can say, important.
And what do you think, what are the difficulties of this HR job for you?
For me, first of all, to choose the right person, to choose right candidate. Clients, sometimes they ask, we need React.js developer, for example, and that's all. They don't explain about their projects, don't tell us about requirements, some additional requirements, or don't explain responsibilities of the candidate, and it's really hard to find someone only if you know main stack. Second one is to be like between management and between employees. I have to think about company, about some pluses and minuses of the company, and in another way I have to help employees and also think about them.
And how do you deal with these difficulties? What do you usually do?
If to talk about first problem, about to find someone without a lot of information, I try to find the plus minus good CV, and then after we show a few CV to the client, we understand what they need. About between management and employees, I try to find something in the middle. For me, it's hard to realize that I have to say goodbye to someone, because sometimes we really say goodbye not because of like bad qualities, personal qualities, maybe because of some problems on the project or something like this, and it's hard to explain that you're a good person, we like you, but
you should work in some other place.
yeah.
Maybe what the strangest or funniest situation that you experienced?
Still the worst situation was that we have already hired the developer to the one project. He had 3, I think, interviews with our team, with the client, and everything was good. He has his first day on Friday. He came into the office, we had conversation with him, everything was good. He said that he wanna work at home. We said, okay, it's okay, because we have a lot of remote employees. And then on Monday, he has gone. And that's all. It was awful, because we had a big team on this project, and on Monday it was the beginning of the project, and all the team was set up, and we tried to write him some messages, tried to call him, but he didn't answer. That's why we still don't know what have happened with him. It was strange and awful because I think that if you are adult person, you have to
Some
have
responsibilities.
for responsibilities and have to have forces to say sorry guys, but because of some problems or because of some situation I cannot work with you.
Do you consider this story rather strange or funny?
I think strange because it wasn't funny when another
Maybe for him.
yeah, but for him it was funny, I think. And I had my vacation, and so I wasn't in Ukraine. And on Monday, a team wrote me that where is I don't remember his name. Really, I don't remember. Dima, Dmitro. The team wrote me, where is Dima? And we also found his address, but we decided not to use this information. We didn't visit him.
I hope he will see this podcast and will regret about his doing.
You know, this is my dream.
And what are the tips you usually use for choosing the right candidates? Do you have some?
Sometimes it's my really own feelings because first of all, what I see is CV. And CV can be really great because you can write everything in the CV. But then but on the conversation, you realize that something strange. But if I have such feeling, I try to ask someone more, talk with this candidate because maybe it's my attitude to him. I try to think about if his priorities good for our team, and if he fit our team, our main points in our team. If not to talk about some years of experience or technologies, it's two main points that I about what I think when I'm looking for a new candidate, when I have some interviews with them.
How do you think experience matters in HR?
I think no. I think more than experience. It's important, but more important are willing to work as HR, to be open and to be communicative, and this desire. Your desire is, for me, it was I think the most important, that I realized that I like this, and it was like force that helped me to learn something, to improve myself. That's why, but I didn't have any experience.
Have you ever had to lure someone? So maybe you had the situations when the candidate wanted to work in some other company that you wanted to attract, and you wanted him to work in your.
I didn't have that situation. Like sometimes I had situation like candidate had another offers, and I tried to tell them, oh, our company better, and try to use some additional proposition. For example, please tell me what they offer you. Maybe we can offer you something better.
And what tools and platforms do you usually use when you search the candidate?
There are a few main platforms. First of all, it's LinkedIn, it's Genie for developers. And if I'm looking for more managers positions, I use also Robota UA, Work UA, and Doe also.
And how difficult is to look for experts if you are not an expert in some technology, for example, fintech?
If I'm looking for someone, okay, first of all, I check not technical knowledges of the candidates. I check more personal qualities. I check knowledge of English, and also I can understand a lot of after CV. We have such rule, like if the candidate cannot create good CV, he may not be a good candidate for us, because it's first thing that you have to work on. If you are looking for
like
new
project.
If you are looking for new job, you have to create great CV. Responsibilities about technologies, it's important. And if I see really great CV, I understand that I can talk with this person. That's why I can say that you have to know be expert in some technical, in some spheres to check candidate for the position.
Do you think that you always need to educate yourself in the new fields to find people more effectively?
I think really for HR, very important to be a little bit to know a little bit psychology, because you have to feel person, not only when you're looking for some candidate, also after you have hired him. Person can be shy or maybe scared to say something, and I have to feel this.
And what is your favorite question that you like to ask candidates?
My favorite question is really, why are you looking for new opportunities? It can be, why are you looking for new opportunities, or tell me please about your previous experience and why you're looking for a new job. And I repeat this question so often because it's my first question that I ask. So at home, I usually hear from my boyfriend that, tell me please about your previous experience.
Tell us a little about your dog.
My dog, I will show you him. It's my precious. His name Zephyr, and he's my best friend, I can say. He's 5 years old, so he's adult boy.
He can drive.
Yeah, and drink.
And drink. Nice.
How do you usually work remotely? How do you like, and how do you organize?
For me, it was one of the biggest challenge, because I don't like work remote. I really like to visit office, and first month was for me very hard. I cannot understand how to work, how to organize myself, but now, I like this. I have my daily schedule. I know that maybe it's because also plus that my boyfriend, he doesn't work remote. That's why I wake up with him early, and then we have breakfast. He left me, and because of this, I had time. I do my exercises, and then I start work nearly 9-10, and I everything. But still, my biggest problem there is that I'm working on the kitchen, and that's why. Yeah.
Now you have more possibilities to cook.
Yeah, I sometimes I'm doing in such way. I'm cooking and doing something.
Yeah, that's all for our questions, and I hope most of our employees will know you from the new sites, and maybe our clients will see how good you are, and they would like to partner with us to find more candidates in fintech, healthcare, and more. Thank you, Ann.
Thank you.
Thank you.